6 months prior to feeling this thing in my left breast, and it was normal. So I scheduled a second one. It took me 2 months to get granted leave from my job to go get this. So now I'm getting this mammogram 8 months after I had the first one, and 2 months after I felt this thing in my breast. To make a long story short, I had another normal mammogram. Another normal mammogram, even though I had this thing that was hard as a rock in my left breast. So I insisted on having a sonogram. That was normal too. So now I'm in tears because nobody can tell me what this thing is in my left breast. And as a matter of fact, when the radiologist read it to me, she said, Dr. Craig, it's normal. The one you had 8 months ago was normal. The one you had recently was normal, and your sonogram was normal. What do you want me to say? And I said, I want you to tell me that it's not cancer. And her response was, the only way I can tell you that is if I take a piece of it and send it to pathology. And I said, well, then that's what I want you to do. When it came back, I had breast cancer. Not only did I have breast cancer, my mass was so huge that I had to have a mastectomy. So I lost my left breast after having 2 normal mammograms and a normal sonogram. I had to have 6 months of chemotherapy. Most people only have 3. And I had 7 weeks of radiation. I lost all my hair. I was off work for 8 months. I threw up at the smell of food. I was allergic to the chemotherapy. I had to get Benadryl first and then get chemotherapy. But it was just an experience that I wouldn't wish on anybody. But the thing that I'm grateful to God about is that I insisted on having something done about it. Because once a doctor tells you your mammogram is normal, your sonogram is normal, the average person would say, okay, so whatever I feel, I shouldn't worry about it. I would be dead if I didn't push. That has made me a much more sensitive physician. When a patient tells me something is not right, they can't explain it, I always say, you don't have to explain it. That's my job to explain it. But I investigate it. I never think that people, that everything is by the book. It's not by the book. And I respect the fact that women know their bodies better than I do. And I investigate. So this experience has made me a much better physician, a much better mom, a much better daughter, a much better friend, all of that. I'm sensitive to what people say. You know what I mean?
So what else came out of that experience?
Oh my God. I don't know, so many things. One thing is I got a lot fatter from the experience because when I was going through chemotherapy, I lost my ability to taste food. That is the worst thing in the world. I took a chemotherapeutic drug called Taxotere, and for 3 months I couldn't taste food. And the average person who can't taste can't smell, so they don't really know what they're missing. But I could smell fried chicken, but I couldn't taste it. And so I was so depressed, but now, as a result of that, I can eat a piece of popcorn, and I act like it's ambrosia from the gods. My kids are like, really, Mom? Really? Is it that good? You don't know what it's like when you can't taste anything. And now I taste everything, and I probably taste a little too much because I put on a few since then. So that came out of it. Also, my desire to help other women who have the experience of, my desire to help women examine their breasts and know what's normal and what's not normal. That's a big thing with me. And whenever I speak, the last thing I do is always show women how to do a breast exam, like a